Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we want to talk about market structure.
Hello, my name is Nur Sharina binti Samsuri. Hi, my name is Nurbila Shakira binti Mahadi. My name is Nurul Akila binti Rahmat.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ashraf bin M. Anwar.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Kuzaima binti Muhammad Hatta and we are from JBA 2422A. Market structure? What is market structure? Market structure refers to the characteristic of the market, either organizational or competitive, that describes the nature of competition and the pricing policy followed in the market. It also can be defined as the number of firms producing the identical goods and services in the market and whose structure is determined on the basis of the competition prevailing in that market. There are 4 types of market structure, which is perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. A perfect competition market is that type of market in which the number of buyers and sellers is very large. All they engage in buying and selling a homogeneous product without any artificial restrictions and possessing perfect knowledge of the market at a time. A monopoly refers to when a company and its product offering dominate a sector or industry. Monopolies can be considered as extreme result of free market capitalism in the absence any restriction or restraints. A single company or group becomes large enough to own all the market of a particular type of products and service. The term monopoly is often used to describe an entity that has total or near total control of a market. Monopolistic competition is a market structure which combines elements of monopoly and competitive market. It is one with freedom of entry and exit, but firms can differentiate their products. Therefore, they have an inelastic demand curve and so they can set prices. However, because of there is freedom of entry, supernormal profits will encourage more firms to enter the market, leading to normal profits in the long term. The market condition that exists when there are few sellers. As a result, they can greatly influence price and other market factors.
Perfect competition example. In response to this demand, it is so intense competition between Lazada and Shopee in the Malaysian e-commerce market. Another example is agriculture industry. Most agriculture industry are perfectly competitive, meaning that a homogeneous product is produced by and for many sellers and buyers who are well informed about price.
Hi, we will go to the characteristic of perfect competition. Perfect competition has many buyers and sellers because there are a large number of firms in the market. Next, their type of product is homogeneous or standardized product like rice and flour. The barriers to entry is very entry and easy because there are no barriers for firm to enter and exit the market. Lastly, control over price. The firm are price taker and quantity setter.
Monopoly example. A monopoly has a high barriers for a company to enter the industry. It is a unique type of product and it is a one seller to many buyers in the market. It provides unique goods to the buyers. For example, Tenaga Nasional Berhad is the only industry that provides electricity supply to the whole country. Another example is Indah Water. Indah Water is a national sewerage company in Malaysia. Indah Water is a wholly government-owned company which has been trusted with the task of developing and maintaining a modern and efficient sewerage system for all Malaysians.
These are the characteristics of market structure. The first one is monopoly. The characteristics of monopoly are single supplier, unique product, and barrier to entry and exit. For single seller, there is only one seller in a monopoly market. The seller controls the supply of a product and decides the product price. The second one is unique product. In a monopoly market, their product and service are special and unique. They have their own idea and design for the product and service. All the units of a product are similar and there are no alternative to that commodity in the firm. The firm are controlling over the market by offering a product that is not the same with others. The firm may use specialized information like trademark and copyright in order to establish legal authority over the production of some goods and services. For barrier to entry, normally monopoly situation in a market can continue only when other company does not enter into the industry. In a monopoly market, they have no other competitors because barrier of entry are very strong. It would be prevent and discourage to enter this market to be a competitor. Therefore, a monopoly present barrier to prevent potential competitors from entering the market. The barriers may even be legal in that the firm to take benefit of copyrights, tariff, and trade restriction and others. If one continue the monopoly market should not be entry for new firms.
Other than that, it is a monopolistic competitive market. We take fast food for example. The fast food market is quite competitive and yet each firm has a monopoly in its own products. Some have a preference for Domino's over a Pizza Hut. Another example is hairdressing. The hairdressing industry is an example of a monopolistically competitive industry. There are many hairdressers in the country and most hairdressers firms are quite small.
The characteristics of monopolistics are large number of small firms, similar but not identical goods, and intensive knowledge. For the first one, which is large number of small firms, a monopolistic competitive industry contains a large number of small firms. This ensures that all firms are relatively competitive with very little market control over price or quantity. In particular, each firm has hundreds or even thousands of potential competitors. For similar but not identical goods, each firm is a monopolistically competitive market sell a similar product, yet each product is slightly different from the others. The term used to describe this is a product differentiation. Differences among products generally fall into one of these categories. The first one is physical difference, second perceived difference, and the third one is support service. The next one is intensive knowledge. In a monopolistic competition, buyers do not know everything, but they have relatively complete information about alternative prices. They also have relatively complete information about product differences, brand's name, etc. Moreover, each seller also has relatively complete information about the prices change by other sellers so that they do not inevitably charge less than the going market price.
The next one is example for oligopoly. First, airline industry. For example, AirAsia who are a part of an oligopoly market structure acquire and maintain their market control by keeping high entry barriers which induce literally an impossible situation for other potential firms to enter the respective industry. Another one is automobile industry. For example, Proton. Proton market structure is an oligopoly market which is characterized by few firms, interdependence, non-price competition, barriers to entry of firms, role of selling costs, group behavior, and nature of the product.
discuss the characteristic of oligopoly. The number of buyer and seller is a few less seller. The type of product sold is homogeneous or differentiated product like oil and gasoline versus automobile. The barriers to entry is barriers to entry because the relatively high entry barriers for oligopoly and non-price competition. Solely not price competition because the price war is totally avoided, and non-price competition in terms of better service, advertising, research and development. We have an example like Proton and Asia.
Type of profit best to use in the long run. For perfect competition, it uses the normal profit. It means profits and losses are eliminated due to infinite number of firms producing the same products, and firms will continue entering the industry until the price are equal to average cost. Type of profit best to use in the long run. For monopoly, it uses supernormal profit due to the existence of barriers to enter the market. There are sunk costs which deter entry. Type of profit best to use in the long run. For monopolistic, it uses normal profit due to the competition by the entry of new firms, and when a firms earn profit, other firms will also enter the industry, lead to reduce of profits for other firms. Type of profit best to use in the long run. For oligopoly, it uses supernormal profit due to the barriers to enter the market.
I think that's all from us. Thank you for watching our video. Bye.